What's up everyone, and welcome to the first ever S-Class Tuftorial. I'm Rugmaster Justin, S-Class Supply on all socials, and this is my brother Jeremy.
Yo.
And we're here just to make the most informative, coolest, best, and sickest videos on rug tufting. So before we get into this amazing content, I just want to note that none of this stuff is absolute. This is all just my personal method with my own artistic touches. Stretching fabric over your frame is the first step to making a rug, but it's also one of the first items you'll need to buy. Find a source that makes fabric suitable for the space you have and build your frame around it. The fabric is what holds your whole project together. Essentially, it's your working canvas. Not all vendors sell the same sizes, so keep an eye out for that. I get my fabric from Tuff Stuff, which I have linked in the description below, for 10% off because I love saving the homies money. I like the gray over the white just because it's higher quality. It's polyester based, so it's less likely to poke holes, and it also stays stretched over the frame nice and tight. What I do is I just put the seam of the fabric, the top part of the frame, and kind of just inch my way over. And then I make sure there's enough on this side to pull, to tighten it on, or to tighten it later on. And I want to make sure that all the tack strip is gripping the fabric and make sure it stays in place. I want to pull over and down just to keep everything nice and tight. And I always try to use these white guidelines on the fabric just to make sure everything's straight. You can see that it gets wavy, and I'll fix that up later on. The corners are definitely the hardest part to pull on your frame. They might be a little loose, like mine is, but that's okay. All the work will be done outside of the corner, so you don't have to worry about it. Just make sure you get it in there as tight as you can. All right, so I have my fabric on my frame, but I know I can do better than this. This is where I use my body weight to make sure that it is tight as possible, like a drum, because you don't want it moving at all once you start your project. I know every side of the frame is in full contact with the fabric, so now I'm just gonna use my body weight and just pull the thing as hard as I possibly can. This one's a special technique. Oh my God. I'm just constantly looking at the lines or the grid on my fabric to make sure everything's nice and clean. Top needs a little more. I want to keep this line nice and parallel, or nice and horizontal, I guess. Okay. That's perfect. Nice and tight. That's what she... All right, so stretching your fabric does take a little bit of energy and a little bit of pain, but we got this thing up. It's nice and secure. This thing isn't going anywhere. It's nice and taut, so it's not going to stretch out during the whole project. So we're pretty much ready to start tufting. We just need to project the design. Jeremy, let's cover those key points.
Step 1. Find a fabric supplier that suits your intended frame size. Justin uses a polyester-based fabric from tuffstuff.com. Use the link in the description below for 10% off. Step 2. Begin stretching. Justin starts at the top, making sure the fabric is level. Use the guidelines on the fabric to help. Leave 1 to 2 inches of excess fabric over the edge. This will help you pull it tighter later on. Step 3. Secure the rest of the sides. Pull little by little, going around the frame until the fabric has contact with all sides, while making sure to keep the fabric as even as possible. Step 4. Make it tight. Once the fabric is fully secured, you can start to pull each side with more force. The goal is to get the fabric as tight as possible. This gives you the best surface to tuft on. Step 5. Follow, like, and subscribe for more Tuftorials in the future. Thanks for watching.